Hello, everyone. I am Tubby Scroll, and I'm going to kick off the most original DVD video idea series I've ever had with one of the most unoriginal things in the DVD content creation space right now. That is, I'm going to be attempting the challenges and bingo cards and streak ideas of other creators that I think are interesting. Um, but uncreatively, I'm going to start with Civer, who is the current, hip guy to talk about. Though actually, I probably missed the relevancy train on that. But no, well, I'm only sort of kind of a trend chaser. Not really. I mean, I'm a squirrel on the internet that shows you how hip I am. I mean, I have hips. Yeah, any case, we're going to be doing this in a strange way. As you can see behind me here, I have a video screen, and I'm going to essentially be reacting to my own already recorded YouTube video because, as it turns out, my desktop mic is garbage. And this one is much better, so my voice will sound much clearer. And if I were to upload that one, people would hear the horrendous mic quality in the first 5 seconds and click off of it. So let's take a look how I did on Civer's bingo card. So he has a bingo card on his Steam profile. So I figured, that'll be a good a place as any to start. Don't look at me. Auto level auto pick. You look at me. Alright. Boom. Hello. Okay, yeah, you can see it. You can hear how horrendous my mic quality is. Yeah. For the most part, this is a pretty self-explanatory bingo board. I will zoom in as past me is talking about it. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory. The only ones I was a bit confused about are GG after a loss, because I wasn't sure if I had to say GG after I lost, or they had to say GG after I lost. I came to the conclusion that it's someone, either side says GG after they lost. So yeah. Unfunny name was also a very weird one for me because most names aren't funny, but there's got to be some easy ones, right? I assume it means like, oh, someone meant to be funny, but they weren't. But I just took it as exactly what's written there. So any name that isn't funny, even if it's just a regular name. A rare trinity was weird. That's, I guess, any three survivors that aren't played very commonly. And compies was another weird one to me. Because most competitive players don't play in pubs, so I don't know how you would ever get this. So the way I interpreted it is, whenever I play against someone, I just click on their profile to see if they're part of a team, and if they are part of a team, then I give myself that. I don't know if he meant actually competitive player, like on a team competitive, or if he meant just like using a strong map with a good perks. This is someone I physically can't get cringe profile because cringe means a hatred of anything fun or unique or not mundane. Yeah, that's what cringe means. Cringe means I hate this thing because it's not boring. And I don't hate things that aren't boring. Yeah, overconfidence. I decided that could be me or them. Like either of us could be overconfident. But yeah. And there's some I forget to check for, like Lagafile. I forget to check their ping a bunch of times. But man, old me is really just hammering on here. I wonder where he's on now. All right. Anyway, let us skip forward until I start. Oh yeah, and I put one on the free space, of course. All right, here we go. Loading up for the first name. And I noticed that Kinsey there is not a funny name. Oh, and there's this little rectangle here for the first match because I'm censoring out something for YouTube's securities. You know, what are you gonna do? It's YouTube. It's like a guy looking at a noose, and YouTube might go, "Oh my god, bro!" You know, YouTube might do that, so I have it censored. Of course, yeah. But yeah, I forget to remove said censor bar. But yeah, there I am giving myself the marker for unfunny name because Kinsey isn't a particularly funny name. It's just a name, like most names are. All right, and here we go with our impeccable gameplay of. Oh, let's zoom in. Our impeccable gameplay of Houndmaster here, which I've cut up and edited. I really like playing Houndmaster. Oh, yeah, look at me go with that censor bar. I forgot to take off my screen. Oh yeah, this was hilarious. Like goes around. I send him that way, but it's just kind of a fake out because there's a hole in the loop that I don't think he realized was there. So that was fun. Look how handsome old me is. I'm so much skinnier in my VTuber model. Yeah, I didn't put every down in the compilation. It's kind of quickly. It kind of just quickly skims through each game, and I played 5 games in total. I figured five. Like if you were actually playing bingo, the chances are pretty high that someone gets it in 5. Because you technically only need 4. Because if you got one bingo per game, one of them could be the free space. So and the nature of this is that you could theoretically, and I do in some games, get multiple bingos in a single, or not multiple bingos, multiple slots hit in a single game, like multiple spaces filled. Oh, this is a question mark spot, and he bolts back into me. I don't know what that's about, but and boop. Oh yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to pet the dog, and I finally did. And we got on Masters, super awesome work. I mean, how Master the hound's like fighting the tinny. He'll stop. And I check for stuff afterwards. Uh, no P100, so I don't get that. And oh, and I check those 2 profiles to see if they're in a comp team. They're not. Yep. So not much there. Oh, and for each of these 5 games, I played it. specific trilogy, and I can't look up if any of them happen to be on a competitive team. Ah, darn, we can't get the 5 gens one. Let's turn this up. Oh, I moved the sensor bar this time. Scream. Pretty sure MMR doesn't exist. I don't know. Oh, she's lifting it up. Yeah, this is... What was that for? What the fuck was the point of that? Boom. Falling cat. Yep, looking at the in-game stuff here. Alright, I can't check any of their profiles. A blueprint, but no map. And we got a really good map. So that was 2 games. We only got 2 marks. Yeah, we didn't get any tags for that game. Any spaces filled. Well, on to the next one. Oh, my good guy got. Yep, and we just go right on to the next one. This one is a Trapper game. Anyway, none of them have a map, so I love the new Trapper skin. Map one. Screen. None of them. They weren't a trio of rare survivors, and they weren't the specific other trio that that asked for. Ooh, hello. Yeah, and I can't even count this towards bad map because I like this map. So it doesn't qualify for a bad map in a row. Yeah, because I actually like this map, even though it is objectively terrible for Trapper. Well, not terrible, but like it helps. It's great that there's all sorts of shit on the floor, but it's bad that it's one of the larger maps. Oh, this is very clever. I didn't even see Michaela there. I didn't see it. Yeah. Oh, there's Sabo. We can take that. Yep, there I get the Sabo for my bingo card. Very nice. Yep, that's gonna be a no. How about you don't hit my X's? And then blink. No touchy, yeah, no touchy my hex. That's alright, no touchy. That's no touchy my hex. I do not touch my hex. At least I get a consolation prize. Oh yeah, she did touch my hex, but I got a consolation prize. Like I downed her and on death hook. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people here. My mic too loud. I might have to re-record this. Let's see. Yeah, I don't hesitate. Yeah, that's why I swung through the pallet. Like, yeah, I'm not afraid of pallets. Yeah, I'll swing through a pallet. I'll pick up under a pallet. The way I see it, you hesitate. You just give them more time to get into position. Like, I feel like hesitating, especially on a big map like this, is the worst thing you could do. Because if you hesitate and look around, and maybe no one's around, like you look around to make sure no one's around, but while you're doing that, all you're doing is giving them time to get close to you. Oh, and there's GG after a match. So I'm going to give myself that. Yep, I bring back up the thing. And there's, I forgot to censor the thing here, but No, I don't think it'll. It wasn't mean perk valued. It was. Yeah, but we got the Sabo. But it was a. Yep, then there's me putting it on that. Oh, that's a profile if we can check. No maps. Ooh, rare survivor. Rare survivor. But Sable's not rare. We got 2 rare survivors. Yep. Looking at almost had the rare trilogy there. 2 rare survivors, not a third. Checking the. Yeah, and I've noted, and I realize I haven't been checking the ping. Yep. Yeah, I got my ass kicked on this match. And they did a super good job of protecting each other there right at the end. Like, very good job of protecting each other right at the end. Yep. I'll give a heart. Yep, I always give a little heart. Me giving a little heart is my way of like invalidating the strange idea that this game is toxic. I should note that in all 5 of these games, by the way, uh, which is 20 survivors. Yeah, 20 survivors. In all 5 of these games, not one of the 20 survivors was toxic. So 20 in a row not toxic, it shows me that it's not very common. But, you know. Yep, and me being too stupid to find the spot on the board. Excellent. So we get Kuma Trilogy. We can get a bingo. These 3 characters in particular. Which is weird. Yep, so we got 4 man out, we got a Sabo, we got the free space, we got the unfunny name, and we got GG after a loss. As we're going into our final game here. Alright. Rare survivor. Not rare, not rare. And we don't have the trilogy. Darn. Alright, forward up. Oh, here's the map. Where is that? Flashlight. I think that's God, what? Flashlight. Here you. My final game of this challenge. So I would either have to get I'd have to get extremely lucky since I didn't get any of the Coomer trilogy as the bingo board calls it, which would have gave me a bingo. So I would have to get super lucky here. Oh, here comes the jank. Did you see her jump? Just fucking like jumped and drop kicked me. I was like a fucking karate kick. Like a fucking action movie jumping karate kick. So that was my bugs and jank. And I noticed the other girl who ran out had a map. So, map. Salvaged a game where I really got dunked on, but I salvaged it at the end with a 2K, which goes to show the game is not over until you are looking at that. Until you're looking at that screen, the game is not over. The game is not over when 1 gen is left. The game is not open when the exit gates are open. The game is only over when you are looking at that screen. There we go. Putting a skull over map because the 1 girl did indeed have a map. And I noticed the Spooky Dookie here has some in-game salt. Not in-game salt directed at me, directed at our teammates, but it's still in-game salt, and it still counts for the bingo board. Not that it matters. Alright, it's not salt towards me, but it's salt. Yeah. Not quite enough to be toxic, but that is salt. So in-game. Yep. Not that it matters because I didn't get bingo. So my first challenge in this series, question mark, is a failure, but it was fun to do. Big shout out to Civer for making this bingo card it was a fun, interesting challenge to do to keep track of all these things. That's the hardest part of I think this and probably any like bingo card you try to fill out an X number of games is keeping track of a bunch of things like because like I might could have got Lagafile if I had remembered to check what you call it uh and with the prestiges you have to remember to check prestiges after the game. uh yeah. So that's that. I've been Toby Squirrel, and my eyes are very very wonky on the avatar. So until next time, and